living like a stage. Hey, hey, 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 love yourself first, explicitly. You owe it to yourself to move with that energy. Empower your self-esteem. Self-love is king. That's the only way to win. That's how you empower your dreams. Living like a stage. Hey, hey. Living like a stage. Hey, hey. Living like a stage. Hey, hey. Living like a stage. Hey, hey.
Hey y'all. Oh my goodness. I am live and it has been a hot minute since I've been live. Well, I went live from the parade the other day, the Parade of Lights in Fort Worth. I went live from there, but it has been a minute since I have actually sat down and done an actual live. And if you have been following this live, you probably noticed that I have changed the date and the time no less than 10 times because I would have the date and time set and then something would come up because that's just how life has been lately in a good way. Like the things that come up have been good things that come up. But just when I think I don't have anything on my schedule, there's something on my schedule. And even tonight, I just jumped off of a meeting and thought I was done for today. And then I realized, no, I have that live tonight. And since I didn't have anything I had to do, even though your girl been working today, I have been working today. I was like, nope, let me go ahead and do this live. And it's an important live because I want to talk about the Unapologetically Us, a grown woman's experience women's conference that is in January. And it's really fitting that I'm having this live today because I just had a meeting with some of the dynamic speakers for the conference. I am so excited about this conference, y'all. This will be the third year in a row that I'm doing a women's conference, but this is the first year that I am doing the women's conference for my very own nonprofit, which is Empower EQ. And so y'all already know I have ISALT, which is Institute for Success and Leadership Training, but I also have a nonprofit, which is Empower EQ. And Empower EQ does the same thing as ISALT as far as executive coaching and training and all of that, but we do it for underserved communities and people who would not normally be able to afford that type of coaching. And we like to cater towards groups like maybe people who are transitioning into society from a prison stay, and maybe they've never had a job before and they're wanting to get a job, they're wanting to enter into a career. And so we help them get the job skills and everything that they need in order to build a successful career. I mean, we will start from the basics of interview skills, resume writing. This particular event is a fundraiser to help us be able to give this training to more people, but in particular, this is for those who have survived domestic violence and are restarting their lives and looking for a career that is going to be able to sustain them and their families. So the website is down on the bottom, empowereq.org. You can learn more about what we do, but you can also register for the conference. When I tell you we have some dynamic powerhouse women who are going to be speaking about all different type of topics, and these aren't your typical topics, and it's not your typical women's conference at all. It's actually unlike any women's conference I've ever been to and any women's conference I've ever hosted. We are doing this as a red carpet talk show experience. So when you come in, and I've been sipping on red wine with dinner. I made shrimp and grits tonight, y'all, and it was good. It was good, good. Shrimp and grits and some tilapia, and then I also put some Kaneka sausage in it. But anyway, that's a whole different thing. Hey, how are you, Chris? But anyway, so we had some red wine with dinner. Like I told you, I forgot I was going live. So, but anyway, we are going to be talking about fashion for women in leadership, fashion for the mature women. We have women in leadership, femininity in leadership, and what that looks like. We also have a discussion on navigating adult friendships, because adult friendships are not always the easiest to maintain. It's just a little different. You know that phrase, no new friends, especially if you're starting over in a new city or a new state. So we're going to talk about navigating adult friendships. We're also going to be talking about mindset and mental health. We have some great professionals. So it's definitely not going to be your typical women's conference. And the way we're doing it, like I said, you're going to come in on the red carpet. We're going to have the paparazzi out there. And we are going to do this like a real live talk show. So we have none other than Shawnee Scott, who is a media and radio powerhouse, been in the game for a long time. She is going to be hosting these talk show segments. We have Cece the Great as our MC for the day. And then we have Candace Tucker, who is going to be MCing at the VIP reception. And we only have 6 spots still available for the VIP meet and greet. And so on Friday, January 16th, thank you so much. I appreciate you. On Friday, January 16th, we're going to have a VIP meet and greet, mixer, reception, whatever you want to call it, at the Fort Worth Club, downtown Fort Worth, in the Heritage Room. We are going to have some nice heavy hors d'oeuvres, gourmet hors d'oeuvres. We got duck confit as one of our hors d'oeuvres. We're going to have some signature cocktails. And for those that opt in for the VIP experience, you are going to have that time to meet face to face with our speakers, get to know them, hear a little bit about them, what they're doing, what they have going on, ask them questions, sit down, break bread with them, chit chat. So it's an up close and personal experience. Our VIP guests are also going to get really nice swag bags, and they're just going to have a great time. So it's just kind of like the kickoff for the weekend for the Grown Women's Experience. We have a speaker coming all the way from Virginia Beach, Virginia. So, I mean, it's a big deal. So you want to be in the room. And again, we only have 6 tickets still available for the VIP. Overall, we have 30 tickets, and we're still over a month away from the event, and I expect it to be sold out by Christmas, if not before. So you want to go ahead to empowereq.org and get your tickets, and tell your girlfriends, tell your aunties, tell your cousins, because it's going to be a great way to kick off the new year. January 16th, 17th is Martin Luther King weekend, so a lot of us are going to also be partaking in the Cowboys of Color rodeo on that Monday. We're going to be doing that together. And so, hey, Crystal, I'm glad you got yours. Yes, it's going to be amazing. We're also going to be giving out some awards. I've already made one announcement for our awardees, because I'm just giving y'all stuff in bits and pieces. Hey, Deborah, bits and pieces, just little teasers, but you don't want to wait until everything is announced. But our first awardee that I announced is Miss Carol Klosick, who is the CEO of Center for Transforming Lives. If you don't know anything about that organization, it is an amazing organization that helps single moms who have been through trauma just kind of get their life together, for lack of a better way to say it, right? Let's just call it what it is. People who have been through things and they're struggling, helps them start businesses, get jobs. They provide medical care, they provide daycare. Like, it is an awesome organization. And Carol is a great woman of great integrity. She has a heart for the people. She is compassionate and passionate, and just definitely worthy of being recognized. So she is the first honoree that we have announced. But if you don't already follow me on social media, do so so that you can see these announcements, because I've been announcing something just about every day. We are going to have some awesome raffles. We have a 40-inch TV, a 40-inch TV that somebody is going to walk away with on that day. We have some Chanel perfume. We have some Victoria's Secret bags. We have some Black Girl vitamins. Like I told y'all, it is not your typical conference. The Fort Worth Chamber is our host or our sponsor for the VIP reception. And then we have Miss Deetra Whitmore of the new boutique here in Fort Worth, the Confidence Room. She is our premier boutique vendor on that day. And she is also our main sponsor for our swag bags. Like, we have some heavy hitters that are going to be a part of this conference, and it's not too late for you to be a part of the conference. And that's why I wanted to jump on, because we got some bangers. Yes, hit list. We have people, and then we got Crystal Gayton, who is going to be in the house. So just for the opportunity to come meet Crystal um at the VIP, whatever, like, we have some women who are about their business. I did not want to make this our typical conference. This is not, I want to let you know, this is not just a Black women's conference. This is a women's conference, because one thing that I have learned is that we are more alike than we are different, but we're never going to learn that until we start coming together more. So that was another thing that I want to do. Not that any of my other conferences have ever been exclusive, but maybe that's been assumed. But no, this is all inclusive. We have Sammy St. John, who is the founder and CEO of Fishbowl Radio Network, which is the biggest, largest internet radio station in the world. I used to have a podcast on Fishbowl Radio Network. Sammy is a wealth of knowledge, started in radio. She is just like amazing. The knowledge and experience that she has. She is going to be on our Women in Leadership panel, and she is a Hispanic woman. We have Amy Daughters, who is an awesome author. She's going to be on our Navigating Friendship, Adult Friendships panel. Amy has written books about the power of the handwritten notes and how she took, I forget how much time, but to write each one of her friends a handwritten note. Like, these are women with stories. These are women who don't mind speaking candidly. We're going to have question and answer time, so you'll be able to interact and ask these panelists questions. But most of all, it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of support. I was on the call, like I told you all. Hi, F. Smith. How are you? Seeing some faces and names that I haven't seen in a minute. Y'all, when I tell you I have been so productive over the last 6 months, and just, kind of changing how I move and how I do things and restructuring some things. I miss jumping on these lives, but prioritizing things just has to happen sometimes when you're making shifts. Different things have a different level of priority, but I really appreciate y'all. But I was talking to the panelists today and on the call, and how excited we are to just be in the room to support one another. Because what I want from everybody who is a part of the conference, as well as everybody who is attends, whatever it is that you're looking for as far as support, if you're trying to build your tribe, if you're trying to move a little different, if you're trying to rebrand yourself, if you're ready in 2026 to just pop out on them a little bit different than before, whatever it is that you're standing in need of from that sisterly realm, I want you to be able to find it in that room. I strategically made sure that I picked people who I knew would be open books. Ain't no gatekeepers on my watch. I don't do that. I don't necessarily feel that everybody needs to give the secret ingredient to their grandma's Thanksgiving dressing, but you can at least give somebody the foundation. You can at least let them know if you start with cornbread or regular breadcrumbs. You know what I'm saying? You can give people a little bit. I have not to complain or even go down a rabbit hole, but I just know how it was for me moving to a new state, moving to a new city, and then transitioning into entrepreneurship. It was hard for me to find that tribe, to find that support. I asked people for support in certain things, and ask people for advice and to educate me on certain things that I knew that they had done and done well. Hey, Ty, how are you, boo? And I straight up had people say, "Oh, I forgot." Like that was the best you could come up with. You forgot. Like, how did you forget what your first step was into building a multi-million dollar business? Like, my thing is, if all you can do is refer me to a YouTube channel, then do that, if that's where you started. But when people just act like, "Oh, I don't really know," or such and such help me, like I am always going to be that person to help. For the longest, my banner on my Facebook page said, "I just want to be that somebody to somebody that I wish somebody could have been for me." And I live by that. And anybody who knows me personally knows I am going to share, because what I believe, number one, is there is a blessing in being a blessing. I never hold on to anything so tight that I can't receive. So I'm always willing to give because I love to give. I love to help people. I love to see other people succeed and thrive, because I'm not trying to be around people that ain't doing nothing. So I got to help people succeed and thrive so I can have some people to hang around, right? So, and I never have been afraid of being the little fish. I don't believe in being a big fish in a little pond. Let me go ahead and get around some people that are doing more than me, doing better than me, that know more than me, because guess what? That's how I grow. I have never been one that always has to be the smartest in the room. Don't want to be the smartest in the room, because what I know for sure is what I don't know could build a whole world. There's a lot of stuff I don't know about. And so if I can't learn, then it's time for me to move around. Well, hello there, Pamela Hall. So that's what I want this room to be about. So I had a lot of people. Hey, Allie, how are you? Yes, like-minded folks. Gotta have some like-minded folks. Let me start highlighting some of these. It's been a while since I've had to be my own producer and all that. But yes, some like-minded folks. And so I was very strategic in who I picked and who I gave access to my tribe, because I wanted to make sure that when they came in, they were going to get something. I want everybody who comes to my conference to leave knowing something that they didn't know before they came, to be feeling better than they were before they came, to be connected with someone that they weren't connected with before they came. I want everybody at this conference to leave with something great. And that's why I made it a full day conference. That's why I made the reception before, because I want there to be a bonding. I don't want y'all to just come and hear this keynote speaker that gets you all hyped up but doesn't really give you any tools to use. No, and I want y'all to be able to ask questions, build relationships. That's one thing I'm really, really strong about. And it took me a long time when I moved to Texas to build solid relationships. Building relationships as far as friendships, as well as building relationships in business, is not too different than building dating relationships. You got to kiss a lot of frogs. There were some people that I met that I just knew I was going to want to do business with. And after one deal or one meeting, I realized this ain't it. I got to keep it moving, because I'm not doing business with just everybody. Same thing as far as friends. There are people who I've kicked it with. We've had a good time, kiki. But then when it got to the real meat and bones of a friendship, like, not so much. So I know how it can be. I know how it can be. And so I wanted to create a room, a space, an environment where people felt heard, where people felt appreciated, where people felt like they're surrounded with people who really, really want to help them. And yes, let me put this one up here and keep it up there. Get your tickets now. Like I said, this is not coming on for a plea like, "Oh, we need people to register." Is no, this is coming on because let me help you get your tickets now, because they're going to sell out. And so my plea is for you to get yours and don't miss out. I don't want you to be looking at the sizzle reel the week after, seeing the pictures and wishing you could have been in the room. Go ahead and be proactive. Get your tickets now. 30 will be gone just like that. And when we're done, we're done. I got a venue. I'm not moving venues. So I have a capacity. So you can't be in my inbox, as much as I would love to do that. But once they sold out, you can't be in my inbox asking for tickets, because I'm not packing people in there. So I Need y'all to get your tickets because it is going to be amazing. Um, Ty, who is putting these messages up, Miss Chrissy G Blue, she's going to be there as a vendor. She is a paparazzi vendor. She keep your girl in some cute brooches. Love her down. Like I said, we have the Confidence Room Boutique that's going to be there. Oh, and I see my girl Kenya C, soul singer. She is going to be our live entertainment, our live musical experience. Y'all don't want to miss it. And that's what I'm saying. We have a full day, day and a half if you count the VIP the day before. I wasn't playing. I pulled out all the stops. We have some good food from Mo's Kitchen. We have the good food from the Fort Worth Club, our signature cocktails. One I think is bourbon based and one is vodka based. Y'all know I don't play about my cocktails either. So, then we're going to have the mimosas at Lost Oak Winery. And then you'll also have opportunities for bottle service because we're going to be there all day. So girl, don't be ashamed. Get your bottle, put it on your table. You can also buy by the glass, but with your entry, mimosa is included with your entry and the cocktails are included for the VIP. And so I wanted to give y'all the most bang for your buck. It's not expensive. The VIP experience, which includes both days and the swag bag, $95. You can't beat that with a stick, as my grandma would say. You're going to get fed both days. You're going to have a little something to drink both days. VIP, you're going to have the swag bag. Like, it's going to be nice. If I was not hosting, I would definitely be attending. And then y'all know I'm going to be in the house. So you really can't beat that. So yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I will be putting clips. We have a stellar award-winning videographer that's going to be there. And then if y'all know anything about Callie Ray, she's doing our photos. Everything gets touched up and edited. Like, I'm excited. Can y'all tell? I am really excited. And I don't get like super duper excited about a whole lot. I mean, because let's face it, I'll be 54 in a couple of days. So, not a whole lot excites me, but I am excited about this, like super excited. Can't wait for it to get here. Not trying to rush time, but it's just, I know that the vision I have in my head is going to come to fruition. And so I'm just looking forward to seeing you ladies walking down that red carpet, doing your little interviews. And when I tell you the speakers, that's the price of admission right there. Cause a fun time is great. And I really want to make sure that we have a great time. We have a lot of things planned for fun, but the knowledge that you're going to get from these women and the interaction, and I just cannot express enough the privilege it is these days to be in a room full of women who are willing and wanting to help. And that's in whatever you're trying to do to reach the next level of success you desire and deserve. And don't think this is just about business. I'm talking about life. And I'm really catering to that mature woman, 40 plus. Not that other age groups aren't invited, but I just know once you get to a certain age, things start to be a little different. Our bodies are a little different. We're going to talk about that. A lot of us are just now, going through being an empty nester. Maybe we're finally at that time in our life when we're kind of like that woulda, shoulda, coulda, the things that we wanted to do in our 20s and 30s, but maybe didn't have time to do because we were raised in a family. And now you do have the time, but you feel like you're too old. Like those are the kind of things that we're going to talk about in this room. We're going to talk about what is appropriate dress for my age. Is there even a certain thing or a real thing as appropriate dress? Or maybe we're just stuck and we've been wearing the same hair or the same clothes for years. How do I pop out on them? How do I know what my style is? What is my signature style? What is a signature scent? Like those are the things that we're going to talk about. What is it that I do when I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, drenched in sweat and whatever? What remedies do y'all have? We're going to share all that kind of information because it doesn't get talked about enough. And again, open book here, not trying to withhold any information. And we want to talk about, and that's why I call it a grown woman's experience, because we want to talk about those things that real grown women face day in and day out but nobody's really talking about it. We want to talk about what it means to be a woman in leadership. What is femininity in leadership? In order for me to be taken seriously in business, do I need to take on the characteristics of my male counterpart? Is it okay for me to be soft in my leadership? Is there a place for empathy and nurturing in leadership? And what does that look like? Because again, as women in leadership, a lot of times you really don't know. Am I going to be taken seriously if I speak in a softer voice? Do I need to wear a pantsuit every day? Is it okay for me to be nurturing to that person on my team who's struggling? Like there's a lot of things and nobody really talks about it. I think I got a message over here. I'm missing everything. Will you have a virtual event? I'm not going to have a virtual event. I am so sorry. Maybe next year, but we're not set up for that. But I will have a lot of clips and video that will come up afterwards, Tasha. But I'm so sorry. And I hate that you're missing it. And I miss you tons here in the DFW. Maybe next year we'll set up for a virtual option, but I did not do that this year. I haven't really been thinking about virtual a lot since we finally have been able to come outside and all get together, but that is a great idea. And the thing is, I have probably 10 to 15 women who are coming from out of state. And these are women who came to my conference last year when I was doing it with the chamber. And that's so funny how this one came about when I wasn't doing it for the chamber this year. And they were like, but you have to do one. And it was just, because of dates and schedule conflicts and Martin Luther King weekend work for everybody. And I really wasn't thinking about it, but they were like, you have to do another conference. And it's like, and if you like that, this is going to knock your socks off. Like I said, I want you to leave that conference feeling changed. I want you to leave that conference feeling supported. I want you leaving that conference not only with this feeling of motivation, I want you to leave the conference with a feeling of commitment to yourself, knowing that you cannot break any more promises with yourself. Because one thing I can tell you is a lot of conferences, a lot of conventions, they will get you motivated, but motivation is fleeting, just like happiness. Like people say, happiness is dependent upon what's happening. Joy is what you carry with you all the time, no matter what's going on. Nothing can steal your joy or should be able to steal your joy. Well, motivation and commitment are the same way. You don't wake up every day committed. I mean, motivated is like, yeah, it's a great day, let me get out here, I'm going to run 10 miles, I feel great. But then tomorrow you might not feel so great, and if you're dependent on that motivation, you may or may not do anything. But if you're committed to that thing, you're going to do it whether you're motivated or not. And so those are some of the things that we're going to talk about. It's just things, just a shift in mindset and how important mindset is. Like, I am so excited. I'm so excited. And I want y'all to grab your tickets, go to empowereq.org, choose either just the regular experience or the experience with the VIP. If you're at all interested in the VIP, I would say get that tonight, get it today, because we only got 6. And the more I keep talking about it, because I'm going to pop on live more often. And again, if you're following me on social media, or if you have the link, let me put the link to the event in the chat, because that has everything. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the event, because if you look at that event link and you scroll through and you see the write-ups and the pictures of all of these speakers, you ain't gonna be able to help. Do you hear me? But to get your ticket today, and then share, bring your people with you. Bring your people with you. Bring your tribe with you. Bring your friends, because it's a great thing to do together. All my best friends is going to be in the room. All my best friends is going to be in the room. Because even though I'm hosting the conference, I'm only speaking once. I'm not on any of the panels. I get to enjoy, because I need to learn as well. And so I love that I started planning early enough. I'm not going to be running around with my like a chicken with their head cut off. Like, I'm not that kind of person. Like, you know, if you come to my house for dinner, when you get here, we be ready to eat. I'm not still battering chicken and soaking greens. I like when it's showtime, we are ready to go. And that's how it's going to be for this conference. Everything's going to be ready to go. I have Tiffany Miles and Nakisha Williams on my team working with me, those two women. Hey, how are you, Casey? Casey is going to be another one of our awesome vendors. Casey has all kind of cute stuff. So we got some great vendors, but yeah, I'm going to be ready to go. So conference day, I'm going to be sitting with y'all, enjoying all of the good information, taking it all in, getting poured into. I'm only speaking once. I am only speaking once. Now, if I get up there and I speak more than once, don't y'all say you was only speaking once. But, you know, because nobody knows what's really going to happen. But I'm on program one time, but I do like to run my mouth. But I am going to enjoy and get poured into, because I want to leave with my cup overflowing. So by Tuesday, when it's back to business, I will definitely be given from the overflow. And that's what I want y'all to do. Come get poured into. And then I know that a lot of you are dynamic superstars, rock stars in your own right. You don't have to be on the stage to pour into somebody. Share, network, find somebody who needs what you have, because everybody in that room has something to offer. And so that's what I want to encourage as well. Don't wait for your time on the stage to share. Find somebody in that room, network, patronize these vendors. They are small business women. And so that's what I want us to do. But I'm just really, really excited. And as the time keeps moving and we get closer and closer to it, I get more and more excited. And when I tell you handpicked, I did not play. I put out a call to speakers and I got tons. You know, people like me, us speakers, us motivational, transformational coaches, all that stuff. You know, everybody's some kind of coach these days. One thing we gonna do is get on the stage, and we don't pass up an opportunity. And I don't say that to be funny. That's why I include myself. But you put out a call for speakers, what you gonna get is a lot of response. And so I had people send me their bios, their headshots, their speaker one sheets, and their social media handles. I did a deep dive. I didn't just say, hey, we'll just pick this person, pick that person. No, I vetted these people. They went through a process. It wasn't just, okay, hey, this is what I do. No, I needed proof. I needed to see what they did, because I wanted to make sure that I brought y'all what you needed. And so anybody who wasn't chosen, it's no slap in the face to them, but it was just, I had a certain idea in mind. I had the topics in mind. I knew what I needed to do, and I wanted to make sure without a shadow of a doubt that I had the right people for y'all. And I just put myself in that place of an attendee, and I thought about all the conferences I've been to. I thought about what was talked about. I also thought about my age and what group of women would be more so drawn to something that I do. Is going to be people close to my age, within 10 years or so. And so what does that woman need? I put myself in the mindset of not only 53, going to be 54. My birthday is on December 9th, y'all. So just a couple of days to my birthday. So I'll be 54, but I'm 53 now. I've been 53 throughout the planning process, but I also put myself back in the mindset of 40 and 45-year-old stay. And what do I wish I would have had when I was that age? What type of event would I wish I had gone to? And what would a women's conference that would have been impactful for me look like back then? And that's what I've curated. And so I thought about me with y'all in mind, as far as most of us are looking for the same type of thing. And so I didn't want to just bring you fluff. I didn't want to just get y'all in a room where it's rah rah and everybody's happy. And then it's like, but what do I do with this? I wanted to make sure that it was impactful, because that is probably going to be my word for 2026 is impact. That's what I'm focusing on for myself and in my business, is making an impact. Right. And so last year was more about me finding new mentors, getting poured into, building my my muscle as far as being a transformational coach, as far as being an emotional intelligence expert. That's where I was last year. And so this year, because I did the work last year and got in a good place, and I'm really confident in what I do, I believe that I am excellent at what I do. And so now it's time for me to start making a bigger impact. And one of the first things, or the first thing in 2026 that I'm doing to make an impact, is hosting this conference. And I have all the confidence in the world that this conference is going to do exactly that. It is going to impact every person who's in that room, whether they're on a stage or whether they're sitting in a seat as an attendee, whether they're a vendor, whether it's the caterer. Everybody in that room is going to be impacted if they allow it, right? Because first of all, you have to have an open mind and be ready to receive. You can't be sitting there feeling defensive. If somebody step on your toes, just say ouch and keep on moving. You can't be in there thinking you know everything. You can't be in there judging and picking people apart and what can they tell me. You have to have an open mind and be ready to receive. And what I tell anybody, you can learn something from anybody. And sometimes you're learning what to do, sometimes you're learning what not to do, but either way you're learning, because we have to know what not to do as well. So don't look at somebody just because they're doing it different than you and think you can't learn nothing or you don't think it's right. If you don't think it's right, just make sure you don't do that. And y'all pick that up later. But it's important to learn what not to do, because I'm not one of those people that gotta make my own mistakes. I am more than happy to learn from somebody else's mistake. Like, yeah, I ain't got to go down that road. And so that is what I'm looking forward to. Y'all just getting poured into, me getting poured into. And I love the fact that I have women of different races, different ethnicities, women who are not from the Dallas Fort Worth area. Like, I think that's important. We need to learn about people who live in different parts of the country, because we also have to have open minds and think big and know that our business may expand outside of Dallas, Fort Worth, outside of Texas. And people are different in different places. So I think that's also important. I think we live too much of our lives in silos and in cliques. It's time to broaden our horizon, do different things. I talked to women and coach several women who are my age or so, and they're single and they're talking about dating, and they say, oh, there's pee in the dating pool. Well, you need to get in a different pool, get in a bigger pool. Why you keep swimming in the same pool? And it's the same with building your tribe, building your business. You have to expand. If stuff is not hitting for you here in Fort Worth, and maybe you need to start going to some networking stuff in Dallas, Oklahoma, wherever. But don't just sit around and wait for things around you to change. Start changing what you do. And we have so many comments, and I was not scrolling. Let's see. Yes, it is just for ladies, Chris. And the reason why it's just for ladies is mainly because I don't want to be discriminatory against our male counterparts, but we're going to be talking about some sensitive subjects, and I want to make sure that the ladies feel comfortable being vulnerable and being able to ask and speak whatever they want. So that's the reason why I want to be able to create a safe space, and I don't want anybody to feel uncomfortable, because it's hard enough just to be able to speak in front of other women, let alone if you put men in the mix. That's great growth and maturity. Yeah, I'm all about growth and maturity. Hello, Lisa. How are you? But yes, and Monica is such a huge supporter of mine. Lisa is a huge supporter of mine. I'm telling you, if you miss anything on my social media page, go on over to Monica's page, because what one thing she's going to do is share. She shares. Sharing is caring. My girl Jacoy says that all the time. And Lisa is a huge supporter as well. I'm telling you, y'all want to be in this space. The energy that I have right now, it's going to be times 10 on January 16th and 17th. And yeah, I'm going to express 16th and 17th because y'all want to be at that VIP reception. My plan is to treat y'all like the queens that you are. Come on up into that. Hey, how are you? What's going on? So good to see you here. Foxy Defense, y'all need to find her too, so y'all can figure out how to defend yourself in these crazy streets. But what was I saying? I don't even know. See, that's why I don't need to be scrolling, but I need to be paying attention. But y'all need to be in the room. The energy that I have is just going to get more and more energetic. And the thing is, the women that are a part of the conference, they got energy like I do. And so it's going to be amazing. You don't want to miss it. And that's what I was saying. I am planning on, I'm going to be treating y'all like queens from Friday to Saturday. When y'all come Friday to that VIP reception, you're going to have your nice validated parking in the Fort Worth Club. You're going to get on the elevator and then go on up to the 11th floor, go to the Heritage Room. We will have someone there to greet you. The cocktails will be on deck. Yes, Pam, you know, you're always VIP. I'm always treating you like a queen. I can't even believe you commenting. That's my daughter in love, y'all. Well, she'll probably get off now since I said that, but that's my girl right there. That's the girl. But I am going to treat y'all like queens. You're going to have your swag bags, and the things have been picked with tender loving care. You're going to have your one-on-one time with the speakers. I wanted to make sure that, you know, the VIP just got a little bit, you know, an up close and personal. If there's anything that maybe you're not going to want to ask the next day in front of the group, you'll have that time to do there. Girl, I'm telling you, on fire. I'm so excited. And that's what I wanted, just to be able to have a couple of days on a long weekend to let it be all about you and your development and your growth and building your tribe, because that is so important, especially as we get older. Like, we don't have time. Like they say, no new friends. I'm really into building those friends that are going to last a lifetime. You know, I don't, and that's just important to me. It's important, and it's quality over quantity. I don't need to have 30 different people that I'm hanging out with. And I don't use the word friend lightly. But if I have 2 or 3 good ones, and I know some people don't have that, 2 or 3 good friends that I can depend on, that's what I'm looking for. And we're going to talk about how you compartmentalize people. Like, there's just a lot of stuff. That navigating adult friendships, that's worth coming right there. Right there. Because I know I'm not the only one who has struggled at this big age with friends. One thing I will tell y'all about me, I am an awesome friend. I am going to tell, I know I'm an awesome friend. I am not one you can call me 3 o'clock in the morning if you need me, if you just want to talk, if you need me to roll out, whatever it is. Now, I am not that friend who's going to call and check on you once a week. I'm not that friend who talks on the phone a lot. I'm not that, that's not who I am. Now, I try to do better because I know that that's important to some people, but my friends have also learned that about me. But they know when they need me, I'm there. I just have a lot going on. So me and my best friend, we have our catch-up conversations. Like every 2 weeks or so, we catch up, we talk, and then that's how we ended. Okay, I think we caught up on everything. But that's just how I am. But I'm a great friend. And being a great friend means to me that you can be vulnerable with me. I'm a safe place. You don't have to worry about me ever telling your business, not even on mad day, as me and my friends say, not even on mad day. I don't care if we fall out and we might not ever talk again. I'm not telling your business. I'm probably not even going to tell people why we not talking no more. And that's what I expect out of my friends as well. I'm also that type of friend that we're going to have some crucial conversations. If you do something that irritates me, if you say something, whatever makes me feel away, I'm not keeping that to myself. You're going to hear about it, friend, immediately. And it's okay. Like, because all you might need to say to me is, I didn't even mean it like that. This is what I meant, or that's not what happened. That's fine. But I like to talk about things. I don't do fake and phony. I'm also that person that if we do fall out as friends and there's a reason why I feel like we can't have a relationship or whatever, and people say, well, I just want things to go back to the way they were. I never go back to the way they were, because the way they were is what got us here. I never close the door of reconciliation. I'm always open to building a new relationship with you, but we're not going to go back to that old relationship. But that's the kind of stuff I want to talk about. I'm also that type of friend that at this big age, I need my friendships to be easy, meaning I don't need to be wondering where I stand with you as a friend. I don't need to be wondering what you're saying about me when I'm not around. I don't want to have to worry about whether or not you protect my name in spaces if something is being said ill about me. And I also want to know that you will bring up my name in rooms where I am not, if there's an opportunity for me. Like, I want it to be easy. I don't want to have to worry about that, because what I also know is at this age, life happens, like things happen. Sickness, unfortunately, happens. We start losing our parents. We're dealing with stuff with our adult kids. That's what I want to save my energy for. I don't want to have energy using it on petty foolishness. Like, I don't have time for that. And it's hard sometimes as an adult. You got time for that when you young, because you're still learning. But as an adult, I just need my friends to be my friends. And again, if it's only two, I'm good with that. I'd rather have two solid ride or die friends than 30 people that I don't know. Thanks for being my sis too. You're a real one, for sure. For sure. And that's the thing. I just Real friends, I ain't got time. And so we're going to talk about that, because I know I'm not the only one who struggled with that. And so that's why I thought it was important to have a panel, a segment on the talk show dedicated just to that, navigating adult friendships. So I don't know how long I've been on here, y'all. I don't even see where it's keeping time, but I definitely did not want to keep y'all too long. But I appreciate y'all for jumping on, especially since I have not gone live in many, many months. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the loyalty. And so, what I need y'all to do as soon as this live is over is to, first of all, buy your ticket, definitely VIP if you're interested, because there are only 6. And after you buy your ticket, I need you to go ahead and share the conference on your social media page. Tag your friends, your sisters, your cousins, your coworkers, your colleagues. Tag them and let them know where you're going to be on January 16th and 17th. Hey, Amanda, how are you, sweetheart? I need you to do that. And let's sell this thing out before Christmas. Let's sell this thing out before my birthday. My birthday is December 9th, which means we still have a couple of 2-3 days that we can get this sold out. And so then your girl don't have to worry about it over the holidays getting these last 30 people. And again, I know they're going to come. If Tiffany was on this live with us right now, she would say, I go through this every year. And then the next thing you know, it sells out like the day or two after Christmas, after everybody's done with their holiday. Then I have people in my inbox and email saying, I tried to register and it said it was sold out. Well, because it is, sis. Well, can you get me? I can't. Sold out means sold out. And it's not because I'm being mean. It's, again, I only got so many tables and chairs in the place, and only but so much food. Yes, Sag in the house. Only so much food for the people. And so I don't want y'all to procrastinate. And, and that's something else. When we're learning and growing and stretching ourselves and trying to do better, procrastination out the window. Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. If you know you want to come, don't be her. Don't be that one on December 18th wishing you would have bought your ticket when Stay told you to on that live on the 3rd. Let's not do that. Yes, all is well with me. Absolutely. No complaints. I am unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Let me see. I'm so glad I tuned in. God is always in tune. I want to VIP. That's right. Yes, 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 yes. VIP is going to be amazing, because I've never done that before on any of my conferences. And I just thought, I was like, I'm popping out on them in 2026. Don't play with her. So we are doing that for real. I just wrote your birthday. Oh, well, thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. But yeah, we are popping out on a VIP. Is going to be nice. I mean, it's going to be pretty swanky. Cocktails passed. I mean, like I said, we got duck confit. That's going to be there. I mean, everything is going to be fancy schmancy. I love the Fort Worth Club. They always do a great job Just really, really good. And so y'all don't want to miss it because I am going to treat y'all like queens. And I need to be well rested and not worried about this. That's why I need y'all to sell this thing out for my birthday. That's my birthday present. Sell this thing out so that we can have a great, great time. So I appreciate y'all. Oh, thank you so much, Monica. I can't wait to see you. I appreciate y'all. I'll be popping on every once in a while. Even once we're sold out, I'll continue to try to pop on just so I can keep the momentum high. I want y'all to be excited. I know that these holiday seasons, as much as they're supposed to be fun and festive, they can be stressful for a lot of us. And so I want to keep the conference in the back of your mind. So when you're dealing with any stress at a holiday, you have this to look forward to as your relax, relate, release. As we go into the new year. And that's something else too, before I get off, I want y'all to start thinking about the new year now. Don't wait until January 1st in some vision board party to try to get your plan together. You still have 20 some days into the new year. Start making your plans now. Start making your changes now. If health and wellness is one of your goals in 2026, start getting out and moving your body and walking now. Start changing your eating habits now. Don't use the holidays to overeat. If starting a business is one of your goals for 2026, go ahead and start now. Looking into what you need to do to legitimize your business, doing your research, whatever it is. If you're planning on writing a book, start writing down some ideas for your books. Don't get caught up in that whole new year resolution, new year, new you, vision boards. That's all great. But I just feel like sometimes it sets us up for failure. It's always like that inevitable Monday. I'm going to start Monday. Like, I'm not that type of person. I start when I start. When I say I want to do something, I never put it off. Like, if I decide to do something, I will literally do something tonight to get myself on that path. Because again, like I was telling y'all earlier about motivation. And so I start now. I don't put it off. And you don't have to do big things. It can just be baby steps, but it gets your mindset together, because so many people wait until the first of the year and you're just getting started, and then things start to happen. And that's why so many people by the first week of February are no longer doing the thing. So quit putting stuff off and waiting for these monumental times to get started. Just start now, and then it also makes it easier to restart if something goes wrong. But anyway, I can go on and on and on about stuff like that, but I'm just really passionate about giving people the skills and tools that they need to reach the level of success they desire and deserve. And I will definitely let you know how you can help, because I may be looking for some people to just kind of host and meet and greet or whatever, but we'll definitely talk. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a big old hug as well. But I appreciate you all. So jump off of here, get your tickets, and then go ahead and share it on your social media platforms. And y'all know the drill. Always be kind and love one another. But don't forget to live your life, LYFE. Love yourself first explicitly. And I'll see y'all next time. Good night, y'all. Bye.